My need for control is destroying my life. I'm gonna miss my God time, and that's when God checked me. God said, don't use me for your excuses of inactivity and laziness. Another day, another sale. I'm so grateful because I swear, just 30 days ago, I was struggling financially. And these sales that I've been getting through Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, just showing up, putting things online that I don't need, that no longer serve me, has really improved my mental health. I'm not going to hold you because I was just living in the resistance. I was living in the state of how am I going to make money? Where am I going to, get work? No one's paying me. It's looking bad. I was just losing faith, and I was just living in this space mentally that was destroying me. And I didn't realize it until I got out of it. And the holidays came around, and I wasn't behind my laptop every single day. I was just able to decompress a lot of that tension. I was able to process a lot of that tension. I was able to process a lot of my personal life as well, because there was also so much going on in my personal life that was preventing me from really focusing on my business life. And as a result, I feel like my business life and my business were suffering because of my indecision, because of my lack of progress. I was depressed. This morning I woke up later than usual because, for what reason, I have no idea. I think my body, my mind was just exhausted from the first week of doing the 12-week year. And I'll talk about the 12-week year either later on in this vlog or in a separate vlog, but read that book, apply it to your life. It helps. But Mondays are my first day of the week. So today marks the start of week 2 and the end of week 1. And the first thing I like to do to start my week, which you guys have seen in my slow morning routine, I love to do that every single morning because it really grounds me. And after this, go rewatch it if you're someone that struggles with a morning routine or rituals, to allow yourself just peace of mind at the start of the day, to be grounded, to have that stillness, because we all know how busy and loud the world can get, and our inboxes, our text messages, everything is just, there's so much to do, right? And I was so committed to making sure that I was getting the things on my list, on my calendar, done throughout the week. I was so committed to following each and every item, but also reminding myself it's just the first week. There's going to be some hiccups. There's going to be some things we're not going to get done. So that's okay. But old me and my habits of wanting to be in control, to push myself, to just do the most was starting to kick in this morning. And my alarm went off around, I think I set it for 6:20 or 6:40, I forget. And so I could start my day by 7 a.m. And this morning I hit snooze and I was like, it's fine. I have until 7. Snooze again. Next thing I know, it's like 8:30. I grab my phone, put it on my pillow, and I end up hitting snooze again, and I overslept. And I woke up like around 9:10, just laying there, kind of in a functional freeze, because I was scheduled to have a meeting at 9 a.m. It got moved to 9:30. My avoidant slept in thinking, this is a terrible habit, but my avoidant slept in thinking, oh, if I just sleep in and miss the meeting, that relieves me of that. And I did that a lot last year. I did that a lot with a lot of things. Like, oh, and I never used to be like that. I don't know what happened over the years for me to start doing those types of things. But I'm still a work in progress. So then I remember 9:15 hits, and I said, I started to get angry. Oh, my morning routine is ruined. My whole plan is ruined. Everything is, I started to get into that negative headspace and that bad talk, that negative self-talk. And I was like, ugh, because once I go into this meeting, I'm going to have to start working. And then all the things I was supposed to do before the meeting, I'm not able to do it. And I'm going to miss my God time. And that's when God checked me. God said, don't use me for your excuses of inactivity and laziness and compromise and self-despair and destruction. He said, don't use me. And in that split second, I realized God is always with me. Whether I'm sitting in a chair devoted to prayer, reading the Bible and journaling and devotions and meditation, or if I'm laying in this bed contemplating showing up for a meeting I don't want to go to, God is always with me. And God doesn't count the number of times I journal or the number of times I read the Bible. Does it help? Yes. Does it help me? Absolutely. So I sat there for a split second and a quick thought of gratitude popped in my head. The thought of, okay, I get to go to these meetings and I pray for times like this because let's just say, mind you, this is all in less than 60 seconds I'm having these thoughts. What if a big YouTube company wants to meet with me? Or what if a big company wants to meet with me to sponsor my videos? Or what if a big job opportunity finds me and wants to have a meeting at 9 a.m. but I don't feel like getting out of bed because I just want to sleep in or I just want to journal. The journal entry is going to be lit after I do something. Because most mornings I wake up, I don't have much to say. And I find myself repeating the same things over and over again, which is fine. And I got out of bed and I said, God, if this meeting is for me, please make a way, something to that effect. And got ready, washed my face, brushed my teeth real quick, got the crust out my eye, threw on a decent shirt, and Ia Lava Lava, sat at my desk. Everyone was running late. No one had their cameras on. It was one of the quickest meetings ever, and they were so glad to see me there. And afterwards, I realized, gosh, my need for control is destroying my life. It really is. My need for some sort of control over my time, control over my activities, control over my mood is really prohibiting me from seeing the blessings that God has in front of me, ahead of me, and has already blessed me with. I've been skipping steps. I've been avoiding the wrong things. So after my meeting, I said to myself, okay, I'm also fasting this week, but my fast is I'm fasting the noise. I don't know if I'm framing this right, but I'm basically devoting 10 minutes each day for the next 4 days to be silent. No talking, no distractions, not even whispering out loud to God. Just being still, allowing 10 minutes of space and time with God to listen and find God's voice. And through that, I was able to process the meeting, reflect, realize what I'm telling you guys right now. Oh, crap. The only thing about living in San Francisco is there are a lot of cracks on these sidewalks, and you guys almost witnessed me fall and eat it. But ultimately, I had my 10 minutes. I felt good. Normally, I jump straight into my devotionals and Bible, but today I reversed it. Because I was already in that state of mind of stillness and quiet, I jumped straight into my meditation, which I do via the Calm app. Today's Daily Calm was about envy and managing comparison and how we look at other people's lives. Oh, they have this. Oh, they have that. I don't have this. You get the idea. And ultimately, it came down to me realizing I was also living like that. I was always watching, I consume a lot of YouTube content, right? And I was always watching people's end results. Meaning, there's only so few content creators right now that I'm watching from the very beginning of their journey. So I'm not seeing so I'm not really seeing myself in a lot of people. I'm just seeing the end results and the outcomes of their hard work over the years, over the last decades, right? I'm seeing them get hundreds and thousands of views and downloads and big paychecks. And I'm sitting here like begging God on a daily basis, how? Please bless me, please bless me. When I'm over here skipping meetings, trying to avoid having to wake up and get out of bed and disrupt my morning routine because I don't want to show up for the work that God's already blessed me with. So if I skip those meetings, how can God trust me with something bigger? How can God trust me with something, with an opportunity of my dreams and goals and desires and what He has in store for me when I haven't even been appreciating what He already bestowed upon my life in these last 7 years of being self-employed? So once again, God humbled me big time this morning. And I had to swallow that humble pie and really accept the fact that, dang, I still have a lot of work to do. But after the meeting was done, like I said, my journal entry was lit. Now I have a content. It inspired this vlog today. And truthfully, I'm grateful because without my mistakes, without my hiccups and tendencies to avoid, I would just be out in here in this world cocky, thinking I have it all together, and I don't. So it was a friendly reminder to put God first, trust, and surrender. Oh my gosh, why was she walking up on me so close? Then again, maybe she needed to hear me say trust and surrender. I don't know. But I'm walking on the side of the sidewalk now. I'm not going to walk in the middle. So this morning was humbling, and I just wanted to relay this message to you, watching, to my community, for myself, to remind myself, like, you don't have it all together, Lil. Sit down and be humble, like Kendrick Lamar said, and appreciate the blessings that are in front of you. If I want to stop being anxious, I got to let go of worrying about the future. If I want to heal my depression, or at least decrease my depression, I need to stop living in the past. So what does being in the present look like? It means counting my blessings, being grateful, focusing on gratitude and what I do have. And whatever is still serving me and what's not serving me, take the action steps to let it go. Because God has way more in store for me than I can even imagine. But I need to be ready. I need to be prepared. And by the way I've been moving, there's no way God's going to bless me. So that's all I got. Beautiful view. I love my city. I really do love my city. I love San Francisco so much. And me getting outside to go to the post office and walk, because once again, at this time in my life, I don't have a car. So I've been walking, taking the bus. I used to take a lot of lifts, and then the bank account was getting lower and lower, and I was getting more and more stressed. And I realized I had to humble myself and really just start walking. But it's a beautiful day once again, as you see right there. Look at that, is gorgeous. And yeah, headed to the post office. San Francisco gets a bad rep for being dangerous, for being dirty. I mean, I live in downtown San Francisco, so if there's anyone that can confirm, that is I. But it's not the entire city. It's not every single block. I can confirm that there are a lot of abandoned spaces. San Francisco is full of alleyways, but amongst some of that trash is a lot of treasure. You can walk through most of the alleyways and find cute sandwich shops, bars, restaurants, and that's something that doesn't often get promoted. But the beauty of this point in my life and documenting it and being self-employed at 40 years old and not having a car is getting outside and really appreciating my city. Like, not just looking down, because the poop epidemic is a real thing, but looking up, enjoying the outside, the architecture.